On this episode of Inside the Blueprint, we learn about secure data centers, commercial investment opportunities, a systematic approach to civil engineering, plus lots more. Consumers expect to access a company's services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from everywhere and anywhere. Can your business rise to this digital challenge? Let's learn more from the experts at DC BLOX.
The need for digital infrastructure has never been higher than what it is today. The areas of artificial intelligence and machine learning that are embedded within almost every one of our products that we use, whether it's a cell phone, a tablet, a television screen, a computer, or any of the wearables or other things that you find in just your day-to-day life. These applications all require massive amount of data and massive amount of decision-making coming from data that is driven by the computers that are housed within data center facilities like we're sitting in today. Number one, we own, build, and operate the facilities that house the most critical applications of many of the things that people use day in and day out. The second thing we do is we provide fiber-based networks that connect our facilities together. So you have a seamless experience between our data centers and our fiber network that gives us a competitive advantage because we put in high-capacity conduit systems and dark fiber systems that link our most important customers and our facilities together. The third thing for what we do is we build cable landing stations that are positioned on the eastern seaboard of the United States that literally connect through subsea cables continents that power internet and applications for some of the largest companies in the world.
Serve locally, connect globally. That's the motto DC BLOX lives by.
We have a process that allows us to look at where populations are, where growth is in the local economies, to see where network traffic goes. And we meet people in the community and see if we can understand, look, this is not only a good place that the analytics tell us to be, this is a great community for us to be part of as well. Our connectivity and our data center brings other industry, brings other customers, brings other investment into the community. Having a data center is the cornerstone for evolving your digital economy or your digital businesses.
Most people are not aware of the digital infrastructure that they depend on every day. DC BLOX is.
Since day one, the focus of DC BLOX has been understanding how to build a home for digital infrastructure, recognizing that you need a place for the gear to live. And once that gear has its home, the world needs to have reliable, unfettered, bulletproof, high bandwidth, low latency access to that 24 hours a day. So 10 years ago, the vision that we were doodling on cocktail napkins was, how do we fuse those two things together? How do we build a concrete bunker that can withstand the storm and withstand the power outage? And when the gear is in there, how can we then offer that gear access to the world and the world access to that gear? So that's the business that DC BLOX is in, is building that digital ecosystem that provides reliability and continuity throughout.
DC BLOX looks at our markets, and we are part of that community. We hire local, we employ local contractors when we're building, and we find every way to invest in it. So when you think of serving locally, DC BLOX does that with our actions, not just our words. Now with our cable landing station, we're literally connecting the Southeast globally with our cable landing station, with our fiber networks, and really living out that vision of DC BLOX serves local and connects globally.
It's critical that your data is stored in a safe environment with robust connectivity and reliable cloud services.
I see more cable landing stations in our future because of the unique nature of what we've done here and the value that those customers see from that. I expect to see us connecting more data centers together with our dark fiber. You're gonna see more of what we're doing today. More data center, big and small, and more fiber, connecting it all together.
Trust, teamwork, executing with tenacity, and doing so with transparency, those are the foundations of culture that really make DC BLOX special. We're the type of people, we've got the right culture, more importantly, we've got the right facilities that serve your needs and can serve those for decades to come. We're partners in the communities for which we operate, and our speed of execution and our ability to build on time and in budget is unparalleled in our industry.
For more information about DC BLOX, visit their website, dcblocks.com. And of course, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com. Are you ready to start diversifying your investment holdings, but aren't sure where to turn? Sean Coyle of SNC Investment Partners and Chris Mooney of Cider Investment Group are here to show you how they partner on owning and operating multifamily real estate projects throughout the Southeast. Let's learn more.
I started SNC Investment Partners because I wanted to take my strengths and abilities and use them to help my friends and families benefit from the financial upside of real estate investing. Having bought my first property and getting started in the business with only $14,500, I've closed on over 4,200 apartments that have a resale value of over $500 million. Our portfolio spans the southeastern states of Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, as well as states such as Texas and Wyoming. We seek to provide quality investment opportunities in southeastern states. We provide investors with above market returns while mitigating downside risk. Real estate investing has the power not only to improve an investor's financial future, but also the very communities where they are investing. We are creating jobs in the local community as well as injecting money into the local commerce. We aim to leave every property we've ever owned in better condition than when we found it, while also improving the residents' lives who live there. I think the biggest obstacle for getting started in multifamily is the high cost entry barrier. The high capital amount required for down payment, closing costs, insurance leaves it that most investors are unable to take part in these opportunities. By raising money from multiple investors by syndicating deals, we open up these real estate opportunities to all our friends and family so they can take part in them. If you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And I think this is extremely applicable to what Chris and I have achieved in the industry so far. We both have our strengths. My being the construction background, having worked in construction since I was 14 years old back in Ireland, and Chris's knowledge being in finance and business. Chris has a natural charisma and confidence that is infectious with investors and lenders alike. I think it's been a perfect mixture of both our expertise that has allowed us to be so successful in our industry. We started off with smaller apartment buildings that had simpler improvements. Then we advanced into larger and heavier lift properties that required more expertise and a lot more capital. After that, we graduated to performing full gut renovations on properties that have been vacant for 10 to 20 years. Next, we were successful in changing the resident demographic of our 404 unit property in Baton Rouge, Louisiana to predominantly workforce housing. We then tried our hand at a conversion project and were successful in redeveloping a rundown hotel into a luxury Class A 134 unit multifamily property. Now we are performing another building conversion project, transforming a former bank building into a high-end luxury 31 unit property with a drive-through commercial space in Alabama. In addition to upgrading apartment interiors, while also enhancing the common areas and improving the amenities. This not only improves the quality of life for our residents, but also creates a ripple effect further out into the local community. It's an amazing feeling to get when an investor tells you that the money that they've made from our projects has positively impacted their lives.
Sean and I joined together almost 10 years ago now. He had a significant more experience in real estate and investing in multifamily, especially in the Southeast, than I had. I had a very finance-heavy and traditional business background, and I was fortunate enough to, become his partner. I was able to learn from his past experiences, and then we were able to grow together and turn a small side job into both of our full-time jobs. We choose markets in the Southeast strategically based on growth and areas that used to be booming or are on the outskirts of major cities. We try to stay ahead of the investment dollars, and we can focus on areas of workforce housing where people can still afford to live even after we put money into the properties. We try to keep them affordable and just a much nicer product, but that's still affordable and not brand new construction that people can't afford and they can't get out of that Class C type apartment complex. We create Class B in some cases, or in some cases we do total renovations and create a Class A project with Class A finishes, but because we didn't have to do brand new construction, it still allows us to keep the rent affordable, even though the product is essentially the same as a new construction that would cost twice as much a month to live. The market indicators, we look for population growth, really sound industry in the area that backs the economy. We have so many family and friends and people that are counting on us to do a good job, so we're really picky when it comes to picking an actual property once we've identified a really solid market.
All potential properties are taken through an extensive underwriting process and exhaustive due diligence to ensure meticulous evaluation.
There's always challenges in this industry. There's something new that you never thought would happen that happens. There's natural disasters where we've encountered tornadoes that have ripped roofs off of buildings. COVID was a big challenge as people were losing their jobs and we had to work with them. Riverwalk 803 is a hotel conversion to multifamily in Clarksville, Tennessee. We wanted to offer something that's still an affordable rate and basically everything Class A and brand new at the same time.
Establishing a direct line of communications ensures credibility, trust, and loyalty.
Communication is really the main aspect of what I do day to day. Overseeing operations from internally for the exterior projects that we're completing, as well as the internal renovations, having the dynamic with the on-site team members versus our contractors is very important. We started out third-party management on some of our assets and quickly realized the communication aspect can be difficult. We decided the aspect of internally managing those properties would be better fitting, and luckily we had the experience to do so.
Make a positive impact in your community by investing with the right partners on the right projects today.
In the future, we're looking at a lot of opportunistic deals like the hotel conversion or the office space conversions. The people aspect of this business is what we focus on, and it usually works out for us and for everybody. Everyone's happy and everyone gets to live comfortably the way they should.
For more information about SNC Investment Partners, visit their website, sncinvestmentpartners.com. And of course, visit our website, InsideTheBlueprint.com. From skyscrapers and gas stations to racetracks and sports complexes, civil engineering plays a pivotal role in shaping our modern civilization. When hiring a civil engineer, there are several important factors to consider to ensure you find the right candidate for your project. Let's meet the experts at Civilogistix to learn more.
Civil engineers prepare construction documents that are used for contractors to build a site development project. And our primary goal is to obtain a land disturbance permit, which is a permit issued by local cities and counties prior to moving dirt and installing infrastructure. Navigating the maze of permits can be daunting, and civil engineers handle this process while designing the plans that contractors use to build sites. We provide project feasibility, due diligence, entitlements, and design services can vary greatly depending on the type of the project. We permit projects all over the Southeast and have obtained permits in more than 500 jurisdictions for commercial, residential, multifamily, and other types of projects. We're dedicated to delivering quality and responsiveness at a high level, making developers' jobs easier by providing end-to-end land development engineering expertise.
Whether your project is large or small, Civilogistix is the perfect fit.
It's important to thoroughly discuss with a civil engineering firm their project size, types of projects, and their growth strategy, and compare that to what your project type is and your strategy to decide if there's going to be a good fit there. A small firm may be a great fit from a fee and a service perspective. However, a medium firm may have additional resources that are imperative to keep your project on schedule when unexpected changes occur. If a developer is in the process of building a new development platform and wants to scale that team, it's imperative that he teams up with either a civil engineering firm that is planning to grow their team or one that already has the capacity to handle the future needs that you see coming down the pike.
A firm's typical diligence strategy and process can help you decide what is the best fit for you.
It's important for a developer to understand a civil engineer's typical due diligence process so that they can understand the cost risks and timeline risks associated with that type of diligence strategy. Due diligence can help uncover jurisdictional preferences. The land development process is complicated and subjective, and this is evidenced by the fact that if you ask the same question to different staff, many times you'll get different answers or different code requirements. The goal of our projects is to have a design that meets all of the codes. This can be accomplished through a strategic due diligence process to solidify the scope. Civilogistix has a due diligence process that has been revised over the years by taking the perspective of both national tenants and small developers, as well as hundreds of jurisdictions that we have worked in.
Civil engineers can perform at a high level by having vastly different types of experience.
An adaptable process is a workflow that changes depending on the risk or scope that is identified during the diligence process. Firms should develop specific checklists for each client to ensure that the risk and preferences of that client are prioritized. It's extremely valuable for an engineer to have local relationships. Civilogistix is licensed in 8 states, and we continue to build relationships in all of the jurisdictions where we permit projects.
Achieving a strong fit within the firm is essential for its long-term success and sustainability.
Atlanta Motorsports Park is a motorsports country club. People come to the racetrack to drive their cars. This was a really fun project for me to work on because I raced cars for a number of years, and then all of a sudden I got to design a track, and we continue to work on additional projects here. So the track extension that we're working on are adding some high horsepower segments to the track, which will also bring in larger event venues for it. There are new condos being proposed. Folks like to have a place to keep their cars and visit with family and friends, while at the same time watching races on the weekend and being trackside. Civilogistix is also working in the EV charging space. It is estimated that about 28 million EV chargers will be required by the year 2030, and the ecosystem is still developing and changing to determine the processes and requirements for that new infrastructure. Civilogistix is part of that conversation, and our due diligence strategy puts us at the top of our game to take advantage of this.
For more information about Civilogistix, visit their website, civilogistix.com. And of course, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com.
A company that actually puts construction waste back to work? It's true. Meet the innovators at Metro Green Recycling.
Here at Metro Green Recycling, we take in construction and demolition waste from construction projects around Metro Atlanta. We repurpose that material, create products, and put that material back to work. We opened this facility in 2012, the second facility in 2014, a third facility in 2020, and that includes a construction and demolition landfill that we also opened in 2020 to handle what we can't recycle.
Here's how they do it.
There is 2 sides to the business. One side is the aggregate side where we take in concrete, light construction products. The other side is construction demolition debris where we recycle wood, cardboard, metal, aggregates, that type of material. We do not accept white goods, refrigerators, washing machines, any C&D landfill, asbestos tires, that sort of material.
What happens next is a game changer.
Any of the inbound loads that come in are weighed in at our scale house. The concrete is then dumped in a designated area of our yard where it's sorted and prepped to be put through our crushing plant, which is essentially a series of different types of crushing equipment and screens that sort the material into different sized products to sell back to our customers. Some of the products we make are recycled 57 stone, our recycled GAB, which is state DOT approved and used by many of our paving customers for road base on subdivisions, parking lots, highways, and that sort of thing. We also make 34 stone, which is a construction entrance size stone, and screened fill dirt as well. Now, we strongly believe, why bury it in a landfill if it can be reused? We've been doing this for 10 years now, and I hope that our customers trust that they're buying the highest quality recycled concrete materials available from us. We have a lot of quality control measures in place to ensure that extraneous materials are not getting into our product to sell to our customers. Our customers range from anybody like you or me doing a project in our backyard all the way up to some of the largest paving and grading and site work contractors in the state of Georgia.
So what can become of the debris they collect that would otherwise end up in a landfill forever?
So since we began in 2012, the amount of C&D waste that we have recycled would fill the Mercedes-Benz Stadium over 3 times. Now that has also saved us over 600,000 tons of CO2 from the atmosphere. We've recycled enough cardboard to save over 110,000 trees. We have recycled enough construction and demolition wood to power 96,000 homes for 1 year. We have salvaged enough scrap metal that goes for recycling to save over 100 million gallons of gasoline. And also, we have crushed and recycled enough concrete to pave a road from Atlanta to North Dakota.
I think there is a need for facilities like ours in urban areas, with landfills being 40, 60 miles away. Someone can use a facility like ours, not use as many trucks. Also, it prevents illegal dumps, gives people an area or a place to go to get rid of their construction waste. What I find most interesting in what I do is material that comes in as some ugly waste that someone doesn't want. We'll actually make a product out of it and create something of value. I think it's encouraging for contractors to use this type of facility instead of putting the waste in the landfill, and we're actually reusing it, sustaining our landfill space, and beneficial for both economic and personal purposes.
Recycling, recreating, renewing. For more information about Metro Green Recycling, visit their website, mgrecycle.com. And of course, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com.
When it comes to commercial cleaning services, you want your provider to show up with more than just a broom and a dust rag. That's where Clean Streak Services comes in.
We provide custom-tailored cleaning services to many industries and businesses in the Metro Atlanta area and the Southeast. Some of the industries that we serve: automotive companies, medical, industrial, commercial, and a little bit of residential. Today we're at the Bentley store in Roswell, Georgia, and our typical bespoke cleaning plan for this particular store includes a daily clean of the floors, the glass, the bathrooms, and then a nightly clean of all the service areas and shops.
True commercial cleaning should include sanitizing, carpet cleaning, and other detail services.
A lot more to cleaning a building than just mopping floors and showing up and wiping off countertops. We've got shops in the back with lots of different fluids that have to be cleaned. We have bathrooms that need to be sanitized. We've got glass that needs to be cleaned. So there's a lot more to it than just showing up and wiping down some surfaces. Customers typically ask us to clean not only their floors and the glass and the shops and the service areas, but that also includes pressure washing, sanitizing, and some deeper cleaning of certain areas as well.
Their customized approach helps keep you focused on your business.
At Clean Streak Services, we offer all of our customers a bespoke cleaning solution based on the needs of their facility. As you can imagine, a Bentley dealership is going to differ from a doctor's office as far as the type of cleaning that's required on a daily basis. For example, you don't need to steam clean carpets every day. You focus on areas that have differing levels of foot traffic through the facility, whatever they are, and address those that are higher traffic areas on a daily basis, or perhaps on a more than daily basis, multiple times a day. You address other areas as needed. The sanitary element is an incredibly important part of the commercial cleaning process here. For instance, we use different color rags for the bathroom and the kitchen because you don't want cross-contamination between those two environments. Another example is making sure you always use the appropriate cleaning solution. So we have different color bottles with different types and strengths of solution, so you can focus on using the right product in the right area.
Also, having a clean location makes a good impression and could improve your business.
First impressions are incredibly important. As you can imagine, walking into any sort of facility, office, car dealership, doctor's office, restaurant, you want the place to look clean. That's a reflection of the quality of the business, regardless of the type of business it is. Another example is if you were to walk into a restaurant and walk into the bathroom, and the bathroom is dirty, your next thought is the kitchen clean? And it makes you second guess your decision to eat there. At CleanStreak, we have an incredibly high customer retention rate because of our attention to detail and our continuous communication with all of our customers.
So when you're serious about hiring the right cleaning service, CleanStreak Solutions promises never to leave you in the dust.
At CleanStreak, we're working hard to professionalize what has historically been a less professional industry, and we're excited to continue to build out our presence across the Southeast.
It's always been our passion at CleanStreak Services to provide you the best solutions possible for not only your employees, but your customers. We look forward to seeing you soon, and we really hope you reach out to us.
For more information about how CleanStreak Services can work for you, visit their website, cleanstreakllc.com. And of course, visit our website at insidetheblueprint.com. For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to become part of Inside the Blueprint, go to our website, insidetheblueprint.com.